If I told you that the life you want is already waiting for you, but it is locked behind one simple word, would you want to know that word? The word is not talent. It is not luck. It is not money. The word is discipline. But maybe you are tired of hearing that word. Maybe you tried to be disciplined before. Maybe you woke up early for 3 days, then stopped. Maybe you made a schedule, then ignored it. And now, when you hear the word discipline, you feel guilty instead of motivated. And before you click away, before you say, discipline is too hard, stay with me, because today this story might change the way you see your future. Hello, my dear friend. I am so glad you are here. Take a slow breath with me. Inhale. Exhale. This is not just a video. This is a quiet moment between you and your dreams. And while you listen, I want you to practice shadowing. Listen to my voice and repeat softly after me. Feel the rhythm. Feel the power in simple words. Today's message is clear. Discipline today, freedom tomorrow. Repeat that. Discipline today, freedom tomorrow. Let me tell you about a young man named David. David was not lazy. He was not stupid. He had big dreams. He wanted to speak English fluently. He wanted a better job. He wanted to travel. He wanted confidence. But every day he told himself, I will start tomorrow. Say that with me. I will start tomorrow. Tomorrow felt safe. Tomorrow felt comfortable. Today felt difficult. Every morning his alarm rang at 6. He planned to wake up and study English for 30 minutes, but when the alarm rang, he pressed snooze. Just 10 more minutes. Repeat that. Just 10 more minutes. 10 minutes became 30. 30 became an hour. Soon he had no time. He rushed to work. He told himself, I am too busy. Say it softly. I am too busy. At night, he felt tired. He opened social media. He watched short videos. 1 video, 2 videos, 1 hour, 2 hours. Then he looked at the clock and felt guilty. He whispered, why am I like this? He did not really hate English. He did not really hate studying. What he hated was the version of himself who always quit. Every time he stopped, his confidence became smaller. Every promise he broke made him trust himself less. And slowly, he stopped dreaming big. Not because he had no dreams, but because he no longer believed he could become that person. Have you ever asked yourself that question? Repeat it slowly. Why am I like this? David did not lack motivation. He watched motivational videos. He felt excited. But excitement disappeared the next morning, because excitement is a feeling. Discipline is a decision. Repeat that. Discipline is a decision. One day, something happened. David applied for a new job. It was his dream job. Better salary, international environment, English required. He felt nervous but hopeful. He got an interview. During the interview, the manager asked him simple questions in English. Can you introduce yourself? What are your strengths? Why do you want this job? David understood the questions, but when he tried to answer, his mind froze. His sentences were broken. His voice was shaking. He saw the manager's polite smile. He knew that smile. It was the smile that says, "Thank you for coming." A week later, he received an email. He was not selected. That night, he sat alone in his room. The light was off. His phone was on the table. He did not feel angry. He did not feel shocked. He felt disappointed in himself. He opened his notebook that night. The first pages were full of plans, beautiful plans, but most pages were empty, just like the time he wasted. He touched the paper and thought, I am not failing because I am not smart. I am failing because I am not consistent. That truth hurt, but it was honest. Not because he failed, but because he knew he had time. He just didn't use it. He remembered every morning he pressed snooze, every night he said tomorrow, and suddenly the sentence changed in his mind. Discipline today, freedom tomorrow. Repeat it again. Discipline today, freedom tomorrow. He realized something painful. Freedom is not free. Freedom is built by small actions, built by boring repetition, built by discipline. The next morning, the alarm rang at 6 again. His hand moved toward the snooze button. It stopped. His mind started talking. It is too early. You are tired. You can start next week. But another voice was there too, quiet but strong. If not now, when? Repeat that. If not now, when? He sat up, slowly. He did not feel powerful. He did not feel excited. He felt sleepy, but he stood up anyway. That was his first act of discipline. Discipline does not feel good at the beginning. It feels uncomfortable. It feels boring. It feels lonely. But repeat this with me. Discipline is choosing what you want most over what you want now. Say it slowly. Choosing what you want most over what you want now. David opened his notebook. He read one page in English. He repeated each sentence aloud. His pronunciation was not perfect. He felt shy, even though he was alone, but he continued. 30 minutes later, he closed the book. It was not a big victory, but it was a real one. He said quietly, "I kept my promise." Repeat that. I kept my promise. That sentence gave him a strange feeling. It was small, but it was powerful. For the first time, he trusted himself a little more. Days passed. Some mornings were harder than others. Some days he wanted to quit. One night, he stared at his phone again. The old habit was calling him back. Just relax. Just scroll. Just forget your plan. For 5 minutes, he did nothing. He just sat there, fighting inside his own mind. And in that quiet moment, he understood something powerful. Discipline is not loud. It's a quiet choice no one sees. One rainy morning, he almost stayed in bed. The room was warm. The blanket was soft. His dream felt far away. He thought, missing one day is okay. Be careful with that sentence. Repeat it. Missing one day is okay. Sometimes it's true, but sometimes it's the door back to old habits. David sat on his bed and looked at the wall. He imagined his future again. 2 versions. In one version, he wakes up early, studies daily, improves slowly. In another version, he continues pressing snooze, continues scrolling, continues waiting. Which future would give him freedom? Freedom to speak without fear. Freedom to apply for any job. Freedom to travel and communicate. Freedom to respect himself. He stood up. That day, he understood something important. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is self-respect. Repeat that slowly. Discipline is self-respect. Weeks became months. His English improved. Not suddenly, not magically. Slowly, like a plant growing. You do not see the change every day, but one day you look back and realize it is taller. One evening, his friend invited him out. "Come relax," his friend said. "You study too much." For a moment, David felt proud. He used to be the one who avoided studying. Now he was the one protecting his time. He replied, "I will come after I finish my study session." Repeat that sentence. I will come after I finish my study session. That is discipline. Not saying no to fun forever, but saying yes to your future first. Months later, another job opportunity appeared, another interview. This time, when the manager asked, "Can you introduce yourself?" David smiled. He took a breath and spoke clearly. His sentences were not perfect, but they were confident. He did not rush. He did not freeze. He stayed calm. After the interview, he walked outside and felt something new: peace. Because no matter the result, he knew he had done his best. A few days later, he got the call. He got the job. But listen carefully. The real victory was not the job. The real victory happened every morning at 6. Every time he chose discipline. Every time he said, "I kept my promise." Freedom is waking up without hating yourself. Freedom is looking in the mirror and feeling respect. Freedom is knowing you can rely on yourself. That kind of freedom does not come from comfort. It comes from discipline. Freedom tomorrow was built by discipline today. My dear friend, maybe you are like David. Maybe you are not lazy. Maybe you are just lost. Maybe no one ever taught you how to build discipline. Maybe you wait for motivation because no one showed you how to act without it. If that's you, listen carefully. Discipline is not something you are born with. It is something you practice. Maybe you press snooze. Maybe you scroll too much. Maybe you feel guilty at night. Maybe you think you need more motivation. But you do not need more motivation. You need a simple rule, a small daily promise, and the courage to keep it. Start with 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes. Repeat that. Just 10 minutes. 10 minutes of English, 10 minutes of reading, 10 minutes of practice. No excuses, no negotiation. You are not building English only. You are building identity. You are becoming someone who does what they say. Repeat this with strength. I do what I say. Discipline is not about being perfect. Some days you will feel tired. Some days you will feel slow. That's okay. Freedom is not built in one day. It is built daily. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. You wake up early without fighting yourself. You speak English without fear. You apply for opportunities without doubt. You feel free. Now repeat slowly, discipline today, freedom tomorrow. Feel the weight of those words. They are simple, but they are powerful. After this video ends, do not just feel inspired. Choose one small action. Set your alarm, prepare your book, write your schedule. Make it clear, make it real. And when the alarm rings tomorrow, remember this story. Remember David sitting in the dark after his failed interview. Remember the regret. Remember the decision. Then sit up. Say it with me. I choose discipline. Again, I choose discipline. My dear friend, your future freedom is waiting. It is not far away. It is built in quiet mornings. It is built in small rooms. It is built when no one is watching. If this story spoke to your heart, if you want more English stories that help you grow while you practice shadowing, please like this video and subscribe to this channel. We are building strong learners here, not perfect learners, strong learners. Before we finish, I want you to shadow these 3 key phrases slowly. Speak them clearly, feel their meaning. Discipline today, freedom tomorrow. Discipline is self-respect. I kept my promise. Say them again after the video ends. Let them become part of you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for practicing. And tomorrow morning, when the alarm rings, I hope you remember this moment. Your freedom is waiting.